Today marks the end of the 5th week of the legislative session. It is the week before funnel, and the pace has continued to be very frenetic. Here are the 3 things you need to know about this week. First, funnel week. What does that mean? That means a bill has to pass a committee in one chamber to remain alive. That doesn't apply to budget or tax bills or bills that go through government oversight. But every other policy committee has been working very quickly to get their bills ready for full committee consideration. So we anticipate that we'll see a lot of committee work next week as they try to reach that deadline. There are a number of education bills that we both support, that we oppose, and that we're neutral on that still need to make it through the committee process to remain alive for further consideration. Number 2, SSA. There remains no agreement between the House and the Senate on what the SSA number should be, although we've been told that they are very close. Not sure exactly what that means, but I would say it probably means something between 2.25, which is the Senate proposal, and 2.5, which is the House proposal. And then the question remains, what happens with the one-time money, the $19.2 million that the House is adding to their proposal in an effort to make it look like we've got to a 3.2% number. The House, as we speak, is debating, this is Thursday afternoon, is debating both the SSA bill as well as the supplemental spending bill. And those bills are both going to pass most likely on a partisan party line vote. And then number 3, where are vouchers? Where's the governor's transparency proposal, and what can we expect? Well, the House Education Committee Chairman Dustin Hite this week did introduce the governor's bill, but he does not intend to move it. He will be introducing a bill that breaks vouchers out from the governor's transparency, open enrollment, social studies requirement bill, and considering those separately. So we anticipate that we will see action on those early next week once those bills are actually dropped, so that they can keep them alive for the remainder of the session. From a voucher standpoint, it still appears that it is unlikely that the House Education Committee will have the votes to pass the governor's voucher proposal. What that means is it will probably end up being re-referred to House Appropriations Committee to keep it alive through the funnel while they determine if they can get to 51 votes. Our goal, of course, is to stop that from happening. The other big piece that we're really engaged with is the governor's transparency proposal to give parents more insight and access to what is being taught in schools. We are continuing to meet with legislators in the governor's office to make that workable based on what you already allow parents to do with respect to review of instructional materials, with respect to requesting that your student not participate in something, as well as a process for removal or reconsideration of a library book based on content that a parent believes is inappropriate for their child. So those are the 3 main things to know about this week. Next week is the funnel deadline. It's going to be a crazy week. Look for our full update of education bills that have survived that deadline. And the next step after that is to have floor debate to pass them over to the Senate. We have 1 month until the next funnel deadline, which is March 18th. And at that point, a bill has to have passed one chamber and a committee in another chamber. So that's your weekly report. And if you have any questions or you need further information, as always, you can check our website for the most updated information on bills we are tracking.